So this morning my husband mentioned that the shower needs to be cleaned, and I said that sounds like a blue job, meaning I think he should do it. We laughed about it, and he made a joke about making his dinner plates extra dirty because washing up is a "pink job." I had put a load of washing on in the morning, and it was still going when I left to go out for lunch. I told my husband it was on and asked him to hang it out and put another load on when it's done because it was a sunny day and I don't get much time to do washing during the week because of my work hours. I went to lunch, got home at around 3 p.m. As soon as I walked in the door I saw the washing basket filled with clothes sitting on the table with a piece of paper taped to it that said "pink job." There was also a load of washing in the machine with the same sign taped to the door. I was kind of shocked at the level of petty and also annoyed that the clothes had been sitting in the basket for at least 2 hours, and since the sun sets at 4:30ish and the yard doesn't get much afternoon sun, there's no way the clothes were dry today. I told my husband how frustrated this made me and also my concerns that the clothes in the basket will probably smell since they weren't hung up straight away. He didn't care and just kept repeating that laundry is a "pink job" and if I didn't like it, I shouldn't have brought up the whole pink job / blue job thing. We generally split chores pretty evenly. He is a much neater person than I'm, so if anything he probably takes the lion's share. I'm just confused as to why he's clinging to the blue job joke I made. He didn't seem offended or pissed when I made the joke, but he clearly stewed on it all day enough to make the signs and walk past the full washing basket all day while I was gone. Does anyone have any insight into this? If you were in my shoes, would you apologize? All opinions welcome. I have never divided chores by gender in any cohabitant relationship I've been in, and reading this submission I'm even more sure it's a bad idea. I agree it's a bad idea. I didn't necessarily want to make that a rule in our marriage. It was just a throwaway comment. BC I didn't want to clean the shower lol. Seems like I fucked up here. So I'm confused. Do you split chores evenly or does he do the lion's share? Because it can't be both. If it is the latter, then my guess is he feeling taken for granted and using your joke to convey that message to you. I'm thinking this as well. I think he took offense to the joke and took it out on Op in a passive aggressive way. He should have just communicated clearly, but Op definitely needs to see the message here. He likely feels unappreciated and doesn't like that Op tried to pass on another chore to him just because she didn't want to do it. Op, apologize and talk to your husband. And please don't say I'm sorry, but it was just a joke. As someone who used to do the lion's share in a relationship, there is nothing worse than someone who you already resent for their lack of participation, who you already feel treats you unfairly with their lack of chores or work, or whatever, being flippant and laughing about having you do that work because they don't feel like it. It's because they clearly know you're doing more and don't care how unfair that is, whereas before that you may have thought they were just oblivious about how unfair they were being. This is much bigger than just a joke. You just put him on notice that you do have a awareness you're pushing more of the work on him. You just don't care and think it's funny. There is an imbalance issue here that needs to be addressed. OMG, yep, this is the answer. As someone who has dealt with this and still do, the last thing I want to hear is a joke about all the additional house/yard work I need to do. You made the blue job joke, told him to hang out a load of laundry, *and then went out to lunch for 2+ hours*. I can see where he'd be annoyed. Yeah, but being annoyed doesn't mean you potentially ruin clothes by letting them sit in a hamper for 2+ hours while they're wet. They're definitely going to smell like mildew for a while. If they're lucky, they'll be able to wash out the smell with only one more washing. But in my experience it will take 3+ washes to get those clothes smelling normal again and not like mildew. I agree with what a fellow commenter said. You said he takes on the lion's share of cleaning, so joking that the shower was a blue job probably made him rethink some things. I think that was an incredibly dumb joke to make in the first place. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I tend to agree with you. Dumb jokes are something I do a lot, but I guess this one crossed a line. I'm curious, did he wash the bathtub in the end? OMG, I don't cohabited with my partners, but I would never divide chores by gender. That just seems like a recipe for resentment. There are absolutely chores I don't like doing. So I would just say, hey, can you clean the shower? I'd prefer not to do it. I'll take out the trash and do the laundry though. The advice this person is looking for could be restated as, my husband does a lion's share of chores, and I'm lazy, so I would like that to continue, or for him to do even more. I made a bad joke about it which prompted him to confront this unfair division. How do I deal with this in a way that I get to continue doing less work and feel good about it? You don't. Do more work. That will resolve this. And don't forget to apologize. So you are saying it was a joke, but I'm confused. Was it a joke? Weren't you basically saying you were not going to do it? If he hadn't done it, would you have? Did he actually feel like it was a funny cute joke? I agree with another commenter. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You set the precedent, he just followed them. Yeah, you owe an apology for expecting him to do his and your chores without asking if he was cool with it, just expecting him to without a true discussion. I never assign my partner tasks. I ask, and if they are willing, great, and if not, they are not my maid. It would have been nice if he would have given you a heads up and an actual discussion instead of giving you a taste of your own medicine, but maybe it's the only way he feels heard in this situation. So he does most of the chores around the house by a long shot, so says you. He mentions the shower, a way of asking for help as he handles a vast majority of the chores. You deflect responsibility by saying it's a man's job to do that. Be it a joke or not, you deflected responsibility. You tell him there was more work to do, work you started, and then left for lunch. A 2-hour lunch. You come back, and the work isn't done, because it's a pink job, the same deflection tactic you used on him earlier. You get pissed that he dares be petty to you over a backquote joke, despite having already deflected work onto him, and then leaving work you started for him to finish while you go have lunch for 2 hours. Maybe you should just apologize about being petty in the first place and everything, and start doing more chores. I think you fucked it up by making that joke. What the F asterisk 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 is that joke anyway? What the F asterisk 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 is that joke anyway? You do most S asterisk 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 around here, so I think you should do it. That's what Op meant with her joke. She even stated in a comment that she got away with it because he ended up shlanting the shower anyways. The fuck? Basic chores are genderless. If you're human, you do chores. I would never be we to anyone who said S asterisk 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 like pink job / blue job. Why do you gender define chores in the first place? Were you actually joking that cleaning the shower was his job because he is a man? Or were you hoping he was gonna do it? Like from this post it seems like he does most of the chores. He did do it. She wanted him to do the pink jobs and the blue jobs all while she was out having lunch. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I have ever read and sounds like you created a monster. I know it's so dumb. I can't believe I'm actually asking for advice on this. If you were me, would you apologize though? Or do you think he took it too far? So let's break this down. He already does the lion's share of chores. He mentioned to you that the shower needed to be cleaned. You put that chore back onto him. Then you put more chores on his plate while you go out to eat. Are you really confused why he's upset? He is the domestic engineer by your own admission. Maybe he wasn't clear about it, but it seems to me that he was asking you to take over one chore for him by mentioning the shower needed cleaning. You refused, made a joke, and his frustration ended up manifesting with the passive-aggressive sticky notes. You should reevaluate your contribution to household chores, and he needs to work on communicating more clearly with you. It's pretty clear that he knows he's the tidy one and has just been keeping that frustration quiet. You made a shitty comment that you're now calling a joke and he took it to another level. Maybe he could have handled it differently, but he followed your lead and beat you at your own game point. Lol, probably should have just cleaned the shower instead of calling it a blue job. As a 7-year married man, that's absolutely what happened. You guys always split the blue/pink jobs and he probably feels he did more of the chores. So when he asked you to do a chore for him and you made the deal out of the blue job/pink job, it likely pissed him off that he's been doing pink jobs without poking fun at it. Yeah, he's being petty, but it's because you invalidated what he does for you, and he doesn't know how to articulate it and or doesn't want to seem like a B asterisk 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 for complaining about it. Best of luck. Best response I've seen in a post in a damn week. He feels very offended at what you said, since he does the most of the chores and the joke set him off. You messed around and found out. I would sit down with him, ask how he feels, listen to what he has to say, apologize, then redo the list of who does what. I guess I'd be kind of pissed if it was chore day and my partner was disappearing for a few hours then giving me tasks to do. If you knew you were going to be gone all afternoon, why not have said, hey, I've got laundry started, but I'm going to gone. So can you keep the laundry going and I'll do the shower now? I mean, I, 43F, do most of housekeeping, grocery shop, cleaning, etc. But if partner knows he's going to be gone all afternoon like today, he gets up early and gets laundry going and vacuums because he knows that hurts my hand. I dunno. I don't think your joke was that bad at all. His response was immature. But it sounds like you guys need to discuss the division of labor. I think the biggest issue is that it wasn't a joke. She was just saying she wasn't going to do it because she's a woman. Her partner is most likely upset since they already do most of the chores regardless of if they are blue or pink chores. You started with the sexism in your home/relationship, so congratulations, you played yourself. Apologize and move on. Why did you even start saying some jobs are a man's job if you are the one who's going to get triggered when he starts putting out some jobs as a woman's job? No, you're not in the right here. You started it. You want it fixed. Sit down with him and admit you were wrong to start segregating tasks. You don't get to start a conflict and say the other person is immature for continuing it. It wasn't a joke because you were actually trying to get him to do something based on his gender. Your actions were sexist and now your husband is making a point. Good on him. Between the gender chores and the clothes line, I have to assume this post is from 1944.